Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 8 of Couch to Coder. On today's episode we're going to be talking about Folium, which is a simple integrated mapping package. It's very powerful, it's very good for one-off mapping that is embedded in Python. So if I'm not mistaken, Folium is actually a package that does come with Anaconda, but I think today's episode would be a great way to just show you how you can install a package like Folium, especially in Anaconda Navigator. It's not super intuitive, so we'll go ahead and just open up a new terminal. So let's see here. We want a new terminal. And here it is. We are in Windows PowerShell. So just click in your window and type pip install. And today we want Folium. Now you'll see, for me at least, that all of these requirements are already satisfied. I'm not entirely sure if this is something preloaded. I've used Folium on this computer before. So we will go ahead and get moving into this. So as I said, we will be importing Folium. Unlike Matplotlib or anything, it's not super common to give it a short name. So you could say Folium as F or something like that, but we're just going to be using it as just Folium. And so today's objective is we're just going to initialize a map, talk about some of the different settings that you can use, and get some very standard things on the map. We'll be putting a marker and a circle on the map. So you'll just get an idea of some of the things you can do with it. You can build some really powerful tools with it. And on a later episode, we will actually be building our first heat map with Chloropleth. So we have Folium imported, and so we're going to call m our map variable, pretty standard, and we're going to say that it is Folium dot, say capital M in map, and so we need to give it a location to start the map. So a good way to get this location is you're actually going to use a GPS coordinate. It doesn't use north, south, east, or west, but it does the positive and negative scale. So we'll go ahead and hop into Maps, Google Maps there. You can see that I am in Morgantown, West Virginia, and we will do the Evansdale Library, which is on the engineering campus here. Let's try to hit this point right here. So we have 39 point, yeah, that right there. 39, 39.646156 equals 39.64156 or something like that. 646156, okay. And our y coordinate, or our longitude coordinate, is negative 79.972735. So negative 79.972735. Alrighty. So if we go ahead and just load this map up here by typing M, you'll actually see that, okay, the center of our map falls right around Morgantown, but this zoom isn't very desirable. You know, we'd really like to see the zoom in towards that campus. You can see it wasn't super easy to just zoom in on there. So we can set a desired zoom level. So we'll go ahead and say zoom start. Zoom start, and that is going to be equal to the one I found worked best for this is actually 16. So we'll type this again, and there we are. So you can see our engineering campus there. You can see our basketball, our Coliseum as they call it, with our rec center and the engineering campus there as well. So there we are. We have the engineering campus. So let's go ahead and just talk about some different overlays here and how you would embed them. So let's say you don't want all this information. You're looking for a more simplistic black and white map for whatever reason. So a great example of this would be to set tiles equal to, I think the name for it is stamen toner. So if we run that there, and there it is. So now you have a nice simple black and white. You can see our little monorail system here is outlined in these dashes called the PRT if you've never seen it. So pretty cool little Google, but you can see the roads and nice and simple buildings there as well. If that doesn't float your boat, then you could always just get rid of this this tiles indicator, and you can see it goes just back to normal. So we'll put the Stamen toner back for future reference, but we're going to go ahead and add in our first addition to this map. So how the map works is you initialize it, and similar to matplotlib, you want to keep it within the same code block. So you initialize this map, and then anything you add from there within that code block, it shows up on the map. So let's add a simple marker. So we're going to say folium.marker. So this is going to give us like a geo pin or a normal pin on a map. And let's just do the same location. So we'll go ahead and do this, and we'll say there. This time we don't need to tell it location equals, and we'll say the pop-up property and give that a name, essentially whatever it is when you hover over it. And we're going to call this the center of the map. So if we run this code block here, you can see it gave it a marker. Uh-oh. And it is not there. Why is it not there? What's going on here? So let's see. We have this guy in brackets. We have our pop-up. We didn't add it to map. So there. So we need to actually tell it add to, and then m, in this case, our map. So if we run it there, you can see, there it is. There's our map. And if we hover over it, click on it, we get center of map. So we've now initialized our map. We've zoomed it in. We have our nice tiles. And we gave ourselves a little tag here. So the last thing, we can add a shape to it, give it some color. Maybe we'll say engineering campus. I don't know. Maybe it goes around all of these buildings here. So if we run this map again, get an idea on how big it's going to be. I don't know. We'll call it 150 units maybe. Just a complete guess. So we'll go folium.circle marker. Guess what? That's what you need for a circle. And this one you actually need to give it the location tag again. So the location equals, and we'll do it from the center of the map again. Okay. And we will say the radius is, what I say, 150 units. We'll call we'll space these out, make it nice and clean. So we'll call the pop-up. We'll say that's equal to engineering campus, or we call it the Evansdale campus here, WVU. And we'll say the color fill, and this would be for the outside, so I guess not the color fill, but the outside color. We'll say that'll be equal to green. For some reason, I always think of our Evansdale campus as a greener color. And we'll turn the fill on, so another property, fill, it's equal to true, and we will make the fill color equal to, in this case, we'll just say it's red. So if we do this, right here at the end, we need to make sure we add to map, not make the same mistake as last time. So we add it to that object m that we have initialized. We run this guy again. Uh-oh, it doesn't like that. Missing a comma, of course. And you can see that now, at our initial zoom level, that we've encompassed the whole engineering campus here and some of that monorail system in our green and red circle. So let's say you're satisfied with your map, you like everything that it's doing, and you want to keep its interactivity. You know, you want to be able to zoom in, you want to be able to zoom out, drag around. So you want to save it as more than a picture, but as an HTML or something that you can open for later. So it's really quite simple. We're going to do an m.save, and we are going to call it my map.html. And if we run that, then you'll see I have a my map.html that's saved here. So if I click it, and I will tell it to trust my HTML, you can see that we get a nice preview of exactly what we just had. There's no code here or anything. It's just the HTML, just the map. This isn't editable or anything, but if we wanted to, say, do some edits, change the inside to blue, and then run it here, you can see the inside is now blue. And we can resave over that mymap.html, double click, trust it, and you can see that we've now saved it as blue. So I hope this tutorial on Folium was very helpful for you. We covered some very basic aspects of it, and next time we'll be discussing Choropleth and creating a heat map with Folium, and actually using some of those data analytics tools that we learned earlier with pandas. So if you have any comments or questions, you can leave it down in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.